Beauty and the Beast. Once upon a time, in a quiet and peaceful town surrounded by wide green fields and thick, whispering forests, there lived a merchant with his 3 daughters. The town was small, where everyone knew one another, and life moved gently with the changing seasons.
Welcome to the market, friends. We have the finest goods.
Long ago, the merchant had been wealthy and well-known. People once spoke his name with admiration. However, as the years passed, fate turned against him. Poor decisions, bad luck, and unexpected hardships slowly took away his fortune. One by one, his riches disappeared, and his life became far simpler than it once had been. Yet, even though his wealth was gone, the merchant's heart remained full. He never allowed bitterness to take hold of him. Instead, he devoted himself entirely to his daughters. He raised them with patience, honesty, and care, teaching them to value kindness, humility, and compassion above all else. Though their home was modest, it was filled with warmth, love, and quiet understanding, and the merchant worked hard each day to provide for his family as best he could. Each of the 3 daughters was different in her own way, shaped by her own dreams and desires. The 2 elder daughters enjoyed beautiful clothes, sparkling jewels, and the admiration of those around them. They loved fine fabrics, shining ornaments, and the feeling of being noticed wherever they went. Often they would imagine themselves living grand lives, surrounded by luxury and praise, admired by friends and strangers alike. They believed happiness was found in fine things and the approval of others. The youngest daughter, whose name was Beauty, was very different from her sisters. She was gentle, thoughtful, and calm by nature. Beauty did not care for expensive clothes or glittering jewels. Instead, she found joy in simple moments, sitting quietly with a book near the window, walking through fields and forests, listening to the birds, or helping her father with his daily work. She believed true happiness came from within the heart, not from possessions or admiration, and she treated everyone she met with kindness and respect. One clear morning, as the sun rose slowly over the rooftops of the town, the merchant gathered his daughters around him.
My dear children, I must travel to the market today to attend to some important matters. Before I go, tell me, what would you like me to bring back for you?
The eldest daughter's eyes sparkled. She stepped forward eagerly and said,
Father, please bring me the finest dress you can find. I wish to look as grand and elegant as the ladies of the town.
Before the merchant could reply, the second daughter added quickly,
And I would like a pearl necklace. Something beautiful and elegant. Something that will catch everyone's eye when I wear it.
And you, my child? What shall I bring for you from the market?
Beauty paused for a moment, thinking carefully. She did not wish to trouble her father or ask for anything costly.
Father, I do not need dresses or jewels. If you happen to see one along the way, I would be very happy if you could bring me a single red rose.
You are always thoughtful, my dear.
Soon after, he set out for the market. The journey was long and tiring. The market itself was busy and loud, filled with merchants calling out and people hurrying from stall to stall. By the end of the day, the merchant had completed his business and carefully purchased the gifts for his 2 elder daughters. As he prepared to return home, his thoughts once again turned to Beauty and her rose.
It is getting late, but surely I can find a red rose along the way.
As he rode through the forest, the sky suddenly changed. Soon, heavy rain began to fall, soaking the ground and turning the path slippery and unclear.
This storm is terrible! I can hardly see the road ahead, and there is no place to take shelter!
As he drew closer, the shape of a magnificent castle appeared, rising from the forest like something from a dream.
A castle? In the middle of a forest? Well, aren't we lucky tonight, my friend?
Seeing the gates standing open, the merchant cautiously entered. Inside, the castle was silent yet strangely welcoming. Long halls stretched before him, lit by flickering torches.
For a moment,
Fires
the
burned
fire
brightly in the
convinced me
fireplaces,
he was safe.
filling the air with warmth, and a grand table stood in the center of the hall, laid with the most delicious-looking food.
Hello? Is anyone here?
His voice echoed through the halls, but no one answered.
Well, food that invites itself shouldn't be wasted.
With cautious gratitude, the merchant sat down and enjoyed the delicious meal laid before him. Afterward, he wandered slowly through the vast castle halls, marveling at their beauty and silence, until he finally discovered a soft, inviting bed placed beneath tall windows. Overcome by exhaustion, the merchant soon fell into a deep and peaceful sleep. The next morning, gentle sunlight streamed through the windows, slowly waking him. Birds could be heard singing outside, and the storm of the previous night seemed like a distant memory.
That was the finest sleep I had in years.
He washed and dressed, feeling refreshed, and soon noticed the comforting smell of breakfast drifting through the halls. Once again, a splendid meal awaited him on the table. He ate his fill and felt grateful, though puzzled by the absence of the castle's owner.
I wish I could thank the owner.
But no one seems to be here. Outside, his horse stood well fed and rested, as if it too had been cared for overnight. As the merchant was about to mount, his eyes were drawn to a nearby bush filled with the most beautiful red roses he had ever seen.
Beauty Rose?
He remembered softly. But suddenly a terrible roar echoed through the garden, shaking the air around him. From behind the rose bush stepped a fearsome beast. His towering figure cast a long shadow, and his eyes blazed with fury.
You ungrateful man! I gave you food to eat and shelter for the night, and this is how you repay me by stealing my precious roses! You shall pay for this with your life!
He begged desperately.
Please forgive me, sir. I meant no harm. My youngest daughter asked me for a rose, and I took it only for her. Very well. I will spare your life, but only on one condition. Anything. I will do anything you ask. When you return home, you must send your daughter Beauty to live here in my castle.
The merchant was horrified, but knowing he had no choice, he agreed. With a heavy heart, he was allowed to leave. When he returned home, his elder daughters rejoiced at the sight of their gifts. Beauty thanked her father for the rose, but quickly noticed the sadness in his eyes.
Is something troubling you?
Unable to hide the truth, the merchant told her everything.
No, Father. You gave your word. This happened because of my wish. I will go to the beast.
And so, with great sorrow, the merchant left Beauty at the beast's castle. At first, Beauty was terrified. The beast looked frightening indeed, but he spoke kindly, treated her with respect, and never forced her to do anything. Slowly, Beauty's fear began to fade.
He may be ugly, but his heart is kind and noble.
Days passed peacefully. Beauty wandered through the gardens, read books in the quiet halls, and embroidered by the fireplace in the evenings. The beast often sat nearby, content simply to be in her presence. One evening, he spoke nervously.
Beauty, may I ask you something?
Yes,
Will you be my bride?
I am honored, but I can't marry you.
The beast bowed sadly. Life continued quietly. Knowing she missed her family, the beast gave Beauty a magic mirror.
From this you may see your father and sisters whenever you wish.
One day, Beauty looked into the mirror and saw her father ill in bed. She ran to the beast in tears.
Please let me go. I need to see my father.
Okay, But you must return in 1 week.
I promise, said Beauty. She returned home and her father soon recovered. Happy to be with her family, Beauty forgot her promise, until one night she dreamed of the beast, weak and calling her name. Realizing her mistake, Beauty rushed back to the castle. She searched everywhere until she found the beast lying among the rose bushes, barely breathing. "Oh no," she cried, kneeling beside him.
Please don't leave me. I love you. I will marry you.
At that moment, a miracle occurred. The beast transformed into a handsome prince.
I was cursed by an evil witch. Only true love could break the spell.
Beauty smiled through her tears. Then it was love. Together they returned to her father, and soon Beauty became a princess. And so Beauty and the prince lived a long, happy and loving life, proving that true beauty lies within.
Bye, everyone! Do subscribe to our channel, Fairy Tale Magic.